Bonita, could care less. No pienses que me impresionaste. I've been on go.
Hi angels, I'm Raimi and today I'm going to show you my soft summer makeup. I have been truly humbled by the universe so many times. Just imagine me in an outdoor setting surrounded by the most beautiful women ever, and I'm the only one whose makeup has melted off. Oh, it stings. It stings just thinking about it. And honestly, it's such a normal thing. Like, I've always been that girl. I'm so profusely sweaty. I've pretty much cracked the code for me and my summer makeup that's like still not so extensively long or heavy, but we like a bit of coverage around here just to look like myself, but how I see myself. Like, I'm a supermodel in my brain, but like when I look at the mirror I'm like but yeah, let's get into it. Now we're on to the best primer ever, the Milk Hydro Grip. And I've just been smoothing stuff on my face like in one motion. I haven't really been doing like a lot of circles, you know how people are usually like this. I've just been sliding it on my face. And I'm definitely gonna look at the viewfinder, so I'm so sorry babes, but I have no mirror around me. I've been doing, I don't know if it's called underpainting, but I've been doing just cream products all first. It's August now, and last month was my birthday month, July. I'm a Cancer, and it has just been so insane turning 23. Usually I would put that way higher, but when I'm talking, like, I don't know. I was just talking to my boyfriend about this, and it feels like as soon as I turned 23, I just had like this rush of clarity about like every mistake I've ever made in my entire life, and that was kind of like harsh and life-changing, but also like, okay, I think I just realized. What did I realize? I think I just came to the realization that like no matter how good of intentions I have and how hard I try to just do the right thing, that I will definitely make a mistake, you know? Like, making mistakes doesn't mean that you're a bad person. You can't help your age is what I've realized. I always think that I like know it all and know what the right decision to make is, but when you look back, you're just like, wow, that was so obvious and I just didn't get it. And honestly, it's taught me to give myself so much more grace in life, because I'm just gonna make a mistake when I think I'm doing the best thing ever and hurting absolutely no one. And you know, you just gotta get with that program immediately, or you're just gonna be on the I hate myself train, and you just can't do that. Turning 23 was filled with like a lot of realizations, and I loved it. It feels like you play the game and then at the end it's like, look, this is everything that you were supposed to do, and you're like, oh, well, it's a little bit too late for that, but I'll just take what I can and bring it with me onto the next adventure. I don't really know why birthday months are so harsh though. Like, I always set out to have a good time and just be different than all the other birthday posts that are like, oh, whenever it comes to my birthday, like, I hate my life. I didn't want to be like that, but I pretty much hated my life in July. Like, it was so ridiculous. I feel like the collective has been feeling that as well, just like all of the effects of absolutely everything in the world. Like, it's all just feeling a bit weird, and I guess that makes me feel less alone in life, knowing that like whatever I'm feeling in my heart, somebody else that I have no idea who they are is feeling that way too, and it's kind of comforting in a weird, fucked up way. The NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer will be my holy grail for the rest of my life, but I've been surviving off of minis and I'm like scraping the sides. Like, we need to buy a new concealer like 3 months ago. Here we are, and I'm pretty sure this is like the last face I could do with this. It's summer and it's the last month of summer, so I'm really savoring it, and I've learned that summer comes with its own themes. Well, every season comes with its own themes, and I actually wrote down what I thought the 3 for summer were: accelerated lessons, being present, and dream life clarity. So it feels like during summer I just shed a lot of tears. I've always been the person to say I just want to keep learning, I never want to stop learning, I want to keep growing in life, and I didn't realize that That is the most horrific thing you can ask for. Ignorance is truly bliss. But I've always been the like go through and not around kind of person. So I've really just embraced all of the tears and the lessons, and it's been a ride, but I feel so much more connected to myself after just going through and not around. Like when you face change and hard things, you really just gotta not be delulu in those moments. Like you really just gotta face it head on and just be like, what's wrong here? Like what is it? And fix that, you know? The importance of just being present. I know everybody says that and you're probably like, okay, be present, like obviously, but being present is so much more than that. Like I was literally just walking down in my apartment building to get my packages and nobody was around. I was literally by myself and I was so uncomfortable in my own presence that I just got on my phone and started like doing nothing. The way that you do when you're passing someone in a hallway and you're like, okay, I just don't want to look at you in your eyeballs, but I don't want to like not look straight forward, so I guess I'll just look at my phone. That kind of thing. And I really took a second to just I'm taking this, by the way, like just in the middle of our deep conversation. I'm just taking this and covering up my acne scars because the best way to take care of them, I'm sure there's some like color correcting that I could be doing, but that is just like color theory has not unlocked in my brain yet. But I just cover them up and don't touch it, and then we cover it with foundation and it becomes like perfect. So I put my phone away and just started walking to get my package. And tell me why I had the most like Neanderthal first ever thought, kind of thought ever, where I was just like, whoa, like I can see the walls passing me and I'm just being present. And that was a big deal for me. I was like, okay girl, we gotta like stop being an iPad kid and actually just be comfortable in my own presence. It's just such a waste to feel otherwise. Being present has saved me so much. It's allowing me to like open up space for life, for hobbies, for little things that I could be doing in small moments where I'd usually be on my phone. It's time for foundation, and this Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Foundation is everything. Oh my gosh, it's affordable and it is the most beautiful coverage and just finish ever. It has hyaluronic acid. It's like a skincare foundation. I'm obsessed with it. I'm so passionate about it. I only need like less than one pump. Oh my gosh. And I've just been same way I did my primer. I'm literally just swiping it from the inner parts of my face outward. A little right there, a little right there. Just focusing it on like my acne scar parts, and everywhere else will get what they need. Another key is this Jones Road brush. Oh my gosh, this is the best brush I've ever used. I've never been like super obsessed with the foundation brush, and honestly, I'm mostly a, well I guess I can't say that anymore, a beauty blender girl, but this, a fly, sorry. But this brush is the absolute truth. It's just so beautiful. I will say, if you are like an autoimmune disease girly like me and you don't have like good like muscle function or things can be heavy for you, this is a little bit heavy, but I've been using it as like my workout to get my fingers stronger. So yeah, I will suffer through the pain if it means I can use this brush. Like, look at how pretty that is. I always get streaks and stipple lines. I do not get the luxury of using a brush, but lately I do. The last summer theme was Dream Life Clarity, and that for me was realizing that like there's really nothing out of reach. I think like this world is so magical. I feel like if you want something genuinely with good intention, then it's meant for you. I just don't see the point in questioning how you will get somewhere and like having every single step planned out, because that's leaving no room for the universe to surprise you. And I realized that like, a lot of my life I've been like a very whimsical, trusting, almost naive person, and I think that there's so much magic in that, because when I look at a lot of like my blessings and my greatest accomplishments, they make no sense. I could have never predicted the ways that like just imaginary forces would show up for me. You don't have to know everything. You just have to have a goal, and you just have to pour love and gratitude and intention into it, and action, of course. You'll get what you want out of life. Long story short, there are no rules, so just do like absolutely what you want to do. Next we're doing cream blush, and I've been obsessed with nude sticks. The formula is so good, and I've been using their Nudies Matte All Over Face Bronze Color in Sunkissed as a blush, and I'm just obsessed with it. This is the color. It's so pretty, and I just take it on a brush and apply it to my face. You've probably been wondering where I've been if you're one of my angels and I've been watching me for a while, and honestly, I have just not been doing well, guys. I have a lot of just trauma in my life, and I think that's manifested into physical diseases. So I've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's and fibromyalgia, and some of you guys might know I've had cancer before, so this is where I'm at in life. If you're interested, look that up and look at the symptoms so you can understand like why I'm so inconsistent. It's just the most painful thing I've ever been through. Fibromyalgia is a widespread muscle pain, so every single day I wake up, even right now, my whole entire body hurts. I always explained it as like my meat physically hurts. Like it feels like my bones and my meat are burning and tingling, and sometimes I can't get up and I get stuck and I feel like an old woman. Like my boyfriend helps me so much. I literally don't know what I would do without him. He gives me free massages all the time. Of course they're free, but you know, usually I would be paying for them. But yeah, I've just been adjusting to my new life with like all of this pain, and it's not gonna be like this forever. I refuse. Like it's just been a wild ride because I have a sweet tooth. I was born with a sweet tooth. My mom was born with a sweet tooth. Like it's just the way we are. But yeah, I also have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease that affects absolutely everything. It's like I have a double whammy. Like both of these things, Hashimoto's and fibromyalgia, have like the same symptoms of making you extremely depressed, tired, and in immense pain. I'm such a blush person. I adore it. I've always been such a strong girl, and I just don't want to let things get the best of me, but this has gotten the best of me. Like it has been months and months and months and since I've posted on YouTube, and it's because I've just genuinely been in pain. Like I just can't. Since it's summer, don't forget that little nose blush. After blush is concealer. I like that kind of like blush first and then concealer on top to like map out that pretty bright spot. I'm gonna scrape what I can out of this NARS, and I love the YSL. It's Touche Clot. Oh my god, I don't even want to try to be French. I don't even know if it's French. Let's move on from that. It's Radiant Touch. It's like brightening. It's a pen, actually. Let's talk about something else. Feeling beautiful. I have had such a relationship with myself recently. Like I really set out a few months ago to love myself more, to feel more beautiful, because I learned this through my boyfriend actually, because me and him, we have such like an intimate relationship. We're gonna be together for like 5 years, and we've lived in this loft for a lot of it. You just get so close to a person this way, and when I see him like complain about the things he doesn't love about himself, and then I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like that's my favorite thing about you and it's perfect. Like I look at him and there's nothing wrong with him, like at all. And it makes me notice how I do that, how I will just like be bullying myself about what I look like, and he will tell me the same thing about how like I'm literally crazy, and that there's nothing wrong with that part of me. It's just made me reflect on how there's no difference between when you're beautiful and when you're not. Let's talk about like from a week ago to now. There's a way, or maybe this is just a woman's experience, I don't know, but there's a way that you can literally hate yourself last week and be obsessed with yourself this week. And that has been such like a phenomenon for me, and it made me realize there's no difference between me being beautiful and me not being beautiful besides what I think, my perspective. I've just been trying to teach myself that I need to believe in the perspective that I am the most beautiful thing on earth at all times, because it's like our eyes change, the lenses change, and we can just see ourselves as so ugly. I realized that I just have to push through that because it's not real. It's really not real, especially when we're young, feeling ugly is just such a waste, and it needs to be taken care of, like that thought process, immediately, because you're just gonna be older and look back and be like, wow, I didn't have wrinkles, I was young and full of life, and this is our young body, this is our vessel. So it's time to love it, because time is not slowing down for anyone. Like, my favorite summer lesson is to just be an old wise woman on the inside, because I do not want to waste a single second of my life. I'm 23. I feel like that passed by way too fast. 23 years is super young. Like, I'm just starting. Here's my thing. I always say that, like, once you hit your 20s, that's when you've actually started life. And if you're 20, you're 0. 21, you're 1 year old. 22, you're 2 years old. And 23, like me, I'm 3 years old. In adult years is my personal scale. So that's what helps me be a bit more gentle with myself. Whenever I'm, you know, not feeling myself in whatever capacity, I just say, you're only 3 years old, you're just a little girl, you're gonna be fine. You still have time to learn and grow. Everyone should give themselves grace about where they're at in life, no matter how behind you feel, because you're just a kid. And honestly, after watching the Barbie movie, I am cured. I love myself, I love women. I'm never going to be mean to myself ever again, because that means I'm being mean to a woman, and I would never do that. I just put like a little spot of this on each concealer part. Oh my god, who is gonna tell me I had this little white thing? I hate that. Like, how do you stop that? No! I'm literally about to hex the white thing. Like, why do we get that little white film on our lips when we're thirsty? Not gonna lie, this is like the worst timing, but I feel like I'm gonna cry. I feel like I'm gonna cry because I'm so happy that I'm here filming a video right now. It's been so long, and I swear I'm never gonna stop. I'm literally gonna upload a video every single week. It's what's right for the world. I am meant to just chit chat to whoever wants to listen. I don't know if I will ever use another powder again. This one size powder, oh my gosh. Once I found it, I do remember my makeup routine did change so much after finding this. If you want to look like a doll, there you go. This is for you. I'm just doing a super light setting under my eyes because I'm gonna bake anyway, but I don't want it to crease. So just a little, and on my eyelid. Now we're gonna set the bronzer and blush. I use the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder in 33 Honey. I love this stuff, it's so pretty. Sephora collection makeup eats so bad, oh my god. It's so good and affordable. I'm using this Sephora collection blush in Flirted Up. It's so pretty. I cured myself from any like secondhand curly hair hatred that I've ever received in my life. I feel like I had such a hard time in high school because people were just so mean about my hair being like puffy and poodle-like, and I was just like, what is wrong with you? And then I started believing them, and that really sucked. But lately I realized, I'm like, wait, I'm obsessed with my hair. Like, curly hair is everything. And you've caught me on a straight hair day. It's because my mom got me a straightener for my birthday and I wanted to try it out, so here I am. But yeah, I've been loving my hair so much. Like, I used to have the common curly hair problem where you just feel like your hair doesn't match your outfit. And it sounds ridiculous, but if you can relate, you can relate. And I'm pretty sure I love my curly hair now because of the products I use. I am obsessed with Bread Beauty Supply. Bread hair products are just like, my hair is the least frizzy it's ever been in my life, and I owe it all to Bread, to be honest. Just gonna bake my nose a bit and a little bit of like my under eye. I'm still a normal person and I definitely get frizz in my hair, and I am also healed from the frizz issue. This is a Beauty Blender puff and it's amazing. I love it. It's so thick and fuzzy. Anyway, I've been healed from the curly hair frizz hatred because the only reason I had a problem with it is because white girls with straight hair don't have frizz. I was holding myself to that standard, and then I was like, wait, I'm not a white girl. And then I'm fixed. I'm like, you know what? It's so normal for me for my curls to cling to the moisture in the air, so why am I tripping? and I have not tripped since. Frizz is a slay. It just makes me look more wild and sexy and beautiful. I resonate with witch energy, and I feel like it gives that. If you ever don't like something about yourself, just change your mind. I know it sounds crazy, but perspective is everything, and you can change your mind about anything in this world. Because if you think about it, everything that we know is some kind of ideal made up by someone, and it might have been a man. So you just have to really think about why you follow the thoughts and ideals that you follow, and if they're even yours. Dang, I don't have another clean fluffy brush, so I'm just gonna hope for the best to clean this off with my bronzer brush. Okay, just gonna carefully dust this off with like a light hand. Whenever I want to be gentler with my brushes, I always hold it closer to the tip. For highlight, I'm using this palette from Florasis. It's the Eastern Beast palette. I always have to remind myself because there's no English on this at all whatsoever. And it's the most beautiful palette on planet Earth. Please just... oh my god. I'm obsessed with this. So smooth and light and buttery. I'm using the highlight. It's so pretty. I guess I always go for like this light goldeny color, but I know it's right when it's just like a perfect sheen on my skin. Like it doesn't really look a color. It's just like I'm glowing from the inside. I've been highlighting my chin and like putting concealer on my chin. I noticed that like just giving my chin a little bit more dimension makes me feel more beautiful. So from all of like the recent change, or not recent, I feel like it's been going on for a while, but with all of the changes in my health, I have definitely learned a valuable lesson, because I'm like physically having roadblocks. Like there's every day I want to do something. I want to make content, I want to create, and I've never had to deal with my body telling me no. Actually, you can't do that. And that's been so weird, but I'm also like have to live and I have to pay my bills, so I have to work, I have to do something. That lesson has taught me about pushing through, and I wouldn't recommend pushing through physically, but in a more like spiritual, mental way. Pushing through. I learned the lesson of pushing through for new outcomes, and not necessarily like pushing your body to the limit. I would never tell you guys to do that, but if I'm being honest, I had to do that. And I never want to have to push myself like that again. But you know, in this rat race, in this capitalistic world, like we have to do things that we don't want to do. Okay, hi, sorry, I've been trying to finish a thought, but this camera keeps on turning off and there's a dog that keeps barking. So if you hear the dog, just feel gratitude that it's a dog and we love dogs, and ignore it. You can never have too much blush. I'm using the Dior Backstage Rosy Glow Pink blush. I love this one on like right here, just for a little gradient. I love being pink. I feel like if I can't have pinkness, then I don't want it. Yeah, I don't even know what I was trying to say, but basically, oh yeah, if you want new outcomes, try new things. I realize like if I think about like my ideal self in this time of my life, I want to be moldable and flexible and able to like change, because there's so many like cycles that we get all caught up in. Like it affects us negatively, and then we feel like we can't do anything about it because, you know, it's just how we are. But not true. You can change any day. You can wake up and be a new person at any moment. I feel like that's a way to have control over your life, is if you're flexible and able to like move through anything and change anything, so your quality of life can be better. And I realized that even if my body hurts, not creating hurts me mentally so much more. I've just never been that person. I'm not like, that gives like fitness guy to me. Like I previously would never want to push my body past its limits. Like I've never had to like not be a soft living person, and this is like my first taste of having to choose discipline over motivation. For my lips, I'm using the Nude Sticks lip and cheek pencil. This has also been an amazing discovery. It's in the shade Sun-Kissed Rose, and It's so pretty. I always overline just on the bottom and the top. I love this formula because it's so good with your fingers. Like I just put a little and I can easily drag it to where I want it to go. But it also stays really well. Like it's just everything you could ever want. I always color in the sides a bit. I love this color. Look how pretty and just like natural it looks. I like it. I always line my lips over some lip balm too. It just helps it be more like creamy and glidey. I just like it better. I don't know. Then on top I use the YSL Candy Glaze in Sweet Pink, I think is the name. It's way too small for me to read like back here, but I'll have all the products down below. It's just that perfect baby pink. I'm always looking for a way to like lighten up this little part right here. Yay! Okay, I'm just curling my lashes and then I'm about to put you on to the most iconic mascara ever. You probably don't even know about it. It just makes your lashes so long and like pretty. It's just like exactly what I'm wishing for. I feel like when I wear no makeup and I just want to do like brows and mascara, it's not giving because it looks so like clumpy. But this one is incredible. It's from Soshe Beauty. It's the cutest. Like, look at how cool this is. And I'm pretty sure it's sustainable. This is a refillable packaging. I think you just take this out and then this pops out and you can put a new tube in, so you don't have to keep like buying one of these. I'm not even kidding. It's the best mascara I've ever used. This has been a great year for my makeup finds. It's this skinny brush and it's perfect. Let's see if I can show you a before and after. Like, look. I just love how that looks. Like, this is my dream mascara. I just like how long and like wispy it looks. It's adorable. I think what sold me is we were in the car and my boyfriend was like, it was a no makeup day and I just had my brows and mascara, and my boyfriend was like, oh my gosh, your eyes just look like so much more open, and he did this. I like to finish things off by adding back in my beauty marks because I have quite a few on my face, and I just do it with my brow pencil. It's the NYX one in black. It's just the perfect little tiny size to get all of my spots. Anyway, I have a really exciting series coming up. You guys may know that I adore interior design. I just love so many things. I'm multifaceted, but one of the things is definitely interior design. And I'm not gonna give too much away before everything's like set in stone, but my perfect first real life portfolio piece for designing a space kind of just fell into my lap, and I've been working really hard on the plans for the space, and it's just like crazy that me with absolutely no experience or credibility in the world to do this job that people like go to college for, that I have been asked to design a space. And I'm just so excited. I'm putting my whole entire I'm putting my whole entire heart into it. And I'm just really excited because I'm gonna vlog the entire thing of me creating a space. So look out for that. Okay, and then the last step is setting spray, and this is the only setting spray that exists to me. The One Size Until Dawn setting spray. It's really so good. It's the first one that has kept my face like actually on. I feel like previously I was just using setting spray because I needed to use setting spray, and if it didn't work that well, I mean, what could I do about it? But this works well. This is like scary though. Like every time I spray my face with something, I'm like, oh my god, I gotta get ready for this experience. Why am I addicted to the smell? Like, it's giving candy to me. Like, maybe to others it might give chemical, but to me, this is giving like candy smell, and I love it. Alright, angels, so this is the final look. I've always just wanted my makeup to be like what I would do if I was like a cartoon character and I was showing up in like the episodes every day. I would just want it to be like clear skin with a ton of blush and like pretty eyebrows and lips. That is just my goal, just me but better. And I think it's important that we focus on like enhancing our features and the colors that look best on us specifically. Thank you so much for watching. I've missed you with my whole entire heart. I'm so happy to finally have just like picked myself back up, gathered myself together so I can just do what I love again. I'm super grateful that you're here and just spending this time with me. It means the world. I feel like we're not here by mistake. People are truly connected, and I'm just here to just be a magnet for all the people who resonate with me, you know? I feel like we're never alone in this world, and if you feel something, chances are there's like a million other people out there that just feel so similarly to you. And I feel like I have that here with you guys. I'm wishing you the sweetest rest of your day or night wherever you are in the world. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!
I'm sitting pretty in my sundress.